Please explain.
Yeah. So you can go and change any sound over here. You just need to tap on this button, and then you will hear that the sound has been changed. So if you just hold it. Mute the sound from here, or you can have different levels of sound that you want.
Alright.
So this is how the I can just mute it. So that's
play the other two sounds also, please.
Yeah, sure. So this is the one that we were playing. The last sound is this one. It's a dirt bike.
What are the other features of the app?
So the other feature that you can see is that we have the information of the battery and everything over here. 88% battery is there.
Okay.
So it actually reflects the percentage and the mode that you are in.
Okay.
If you want to check that if I switch to normal mode, how much will my battery range be? It also tells you that.
Okay.
So you can check in normal mode, you can check in eco mode, what will your percentage be.
Okay.
So that's the one.
So
Now,
is the app the only way to change the mode?
no, the actually modes are actually changeable from here.
Okay,
The
so
app
the
doesn't-
shift is reflected as the mode there.
just the shift is actually reflected in the mode there, and
Okay.
you can check how much is the percentage.
Okay.
Because over here you do not get the what do you call as the
Range.
estimated range. Right
Okay.
now.
So only the battery percentage is integrated there.
Yeah, but with the battery percentage range does come over here, so it's not that it is not totally there.
Alright.
The geofence is something that we have. So basically you can change the geofence thing. So you can change the
Okay. So this range is set from the current location of the bike?
yeah, it's set from the current location of the bike.
Okay.
And you can say that the new geofence center is there. So whenever the person crosses that range, he or she would get a notification that the range has been reached.
Alright.
Then the user can either turn off the bike or actually call the user if he has given it to someone, like his friend or someone.
Alright.
Then
So will it instantly kill the bike?
if it is in running mode, it will wait for the guy to just stop, and after that it will
Okay. So
stop.
whenever
Yeah.
he stop, do you mean power off or do you mean
No,
throttle down?
Throttle down. So
Okay.
at that time it will stop.
Alright.
Then you can also have the swap battery functionality. So basically it gives you the locations that are nearby, and you can do the battery swap. You have the okay, so this is something I think that's no address available.
Alright.
We have a demo app in which we can just show that thing.
Okay, so the features are swap battery,
Swap.
sound, geofence, and auto battery.
Yeah, order battery is currently on kind of an emergency order battery delivery. So in case you have really an emergency, you can just dial our service center number, and the
So the
person-
order is not really a swap; it is a purchase.
Yeah, so it is basically a swap, but it is on emergency. So the guy would come to your place wherever you are and actually do the swap of the battery, because that you are in an emergency. So it's an emergency help services
So
currently.
the price charged for that is only for the replacement or for the entire battery unit itself?
No, so I think the swap is not the entire battery, definitely. The swap concept is that it is a charge plus basically the cost price plus the service price kind of thing.
Okay, so it's
the
actually
cost
a
price
new
of
battery?
cost price of this is charging. Say cost price of a charging is 20 rupees plus the service charge.
Okay,
we would
that I
have.
understand. So the battery, so the user does not really buy a new battery.
Yeah,
he just
doesn't
buys a
need
new
to.
charge.
He
of a
just
battery.
needs to buy the new charge of the battery.
Alright.
Yeah.
So swap means that the customer has to go to the place. Order means the
The guy would come at his location wherever he's stuck and actually give him the new battery so that he can get moving.
Within the bounds of
Yes, within the
city.
bounds of the city. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
So there would be serviceability areas that would be defined in the service,
Okay.
and that is how it will happen over there.
Okay. So all that information will be available through the app.
Yes, all this information would be available through the app.
Alright.
We also have some trips that the user would have done. Currently, the bike is just traveling over here,
Okay.
so you can see Kidzania and this much, and it also says how much of a consumption of a battery is there.
Okay.
So currently, obviously, we are not doing any long trips, so the battery consumption is 0 because.
Okay. So is there a map view?
So that's the map view. It's just not loading because of the internet speed,
Okay.
but it will load over there. And you also have the swap history. Currently there are no swaps, so you will say that you can still on your first you want to make it something like that. So otherwise the swap history would come with all these swaps that are there.
So for how many years will the swap be can be availed?
Those details I think would be announced simultaneously during the launch, saying that how many stations we are setting up, what is the features that we are giving to the users, and what will be the pricing of swap. All those things would be available over there. We also have
Will the owner details be mentioned in the app?
the owner details. Yes, the owner details comes over here. So currently we have just put some more debug information so that we can know that, but you can have the driving license, your RC or your insurance copies being uploaded over here directly.
Okay.
And you can have your basic information where you can edit the profile and change your photo to do all those things that are
So can the app be installed only on one phone or multiple phones for one bike?
So for one bike, we recommend that it is installed on one phone. The moment you log in into another phone, the other phone actually just logs out.
Alright.
Yeah.
But is it possible to quickly log back in? For example, if two people are using, when I'm traveling and my brother wants to use,
Yes.
so can he just log into the app and
Yes,
start
he
using?
can. He can. So then you need to give the OTP that you get to that to your.
So OTP will come to only one number.
Only one number.
Alright.
Yeah. So that's the security at least. That
So
we
all
have
the
kept.
trip information will be synced again back to his phone?
Yes,
or?
yes, it would be. It
Okay,
would
so
be.
it
Because
all-
you have just shared the OTP, that means you have given the access to your
Okay, so
bike.
the entire profile,
Yeah,
the
profile,
trip history, everything is
Yes.
again downloaded back
Yes.
to the new
yes, to the
login.
new login. So it's on the server.
Okay.
So basically, it just gets a reflection of what is there in your trip history in the server. So if you lose your phone and get a new phone, then also your trip history is actually saved onto the server itself. So we are actually saving it over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what kind of diagnostic information do you get from the app?
So I just switched off the bike.
Okay, okay.
You can switch on the bike. You can just so it's switch off.
Okay.
Change the mode of the sound. That is also you can do. So you can switch on the mode. This is okay. This is the same thing I'm trying to. Okay. So this is actually we have just demoed. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry. I had to tell you about the statistics and diagnostics.
Okay.
So the stats have the trips,
Mhm.
the total distance covered, the number of riding hours, and the average speed.
Okay.
Carbon credits is a currently dummy thing, but we'll have to calculate it based on the number of kilometers that you have traveled
Alright.
and the saving that you will get in an average 125cc motorcycle.
Okay.
The diagnostics gives you the entire information about your battery, how much charging cycle number is there, what is the battery percentage currently,
Okay.
and how much is the SOC, like the health of the battery.
Okay.
34 degrees the temperature, battery temperature. Then you have some bike summary and
Okay.
other details that come over here.
Alright. Can you go into regenerative braking?
Yeah, so regenerative braking would be on, so it would be yes. Yeah, so it is green is on.
So it is
Otherwise
just
will
on
be
off toggle.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the difference that a rider would feel if he turns on or off?
So you cannot turn currently the regenerative braking off because that's kind of a mandatory thing from the government.
Okay.
But this is a feature that we are giving that in future, if people want more speed and more power, they can turn the regenerative braking off and then derive those things. So this is the app
Once you
is
get clearance from the government, you'll be remotely enabling this feature.
That can be done.
Okay. What is this electricals and motor?
Electricals and motor is we get the health of the motor as well as the electricals
Okay. Is
onto
it
a
possible
server.
to view?
So we actually have this much information because that is something that gives you the motor current and all those things. So generally we don't want to display all those details because then you would know that at what thing we are pulling into this battery management system, and then somebody can actually model the entire thing.
So what is the purpose that it is given
So
here?
purpose is that in case there is a problem, it will actually show red, and then it would actually tell you that okay, this is error code number 69.
Okay.
If you just tell it to our service center, the area code 69 would correspond to that this information or
Particular
is there. So that actually will help.
So that
the
gets
user.
displayed here.
That
in the
will
screen.
get displayed over here.
Okay. So right now all these three systems are working fine.
Yeah, these things are working fine.
Okay. Is it possible to run diagnostics?
I'm not sure if we can do it right away because there are. I'll just try. So we would have stopped this diagnostics for some reason.
Okay.
And then this is your pairing key. So this is the place where you actually pair the device with your ECU so that you can do the swipe to start and swipe to stop.
Okay.
That's how the understanding of the device happens from here.
Okay.
So this is the place that in case you are stuck somewhere, you can do a restart pairing over here.
Okay.
Another feature in the bike as such is that we are providing a Bluetooth helmet.
Is the app available on Android, iOS, Windows, all these platforms?
Talk to Revolt Motors. नेट चल रहा है? Talk to Revolt Motors.
Welcome to Revolt Motors. How can we assist you today?
Stop bike.
Command sent successfully.
All right.
Start bike.
Revolt Motors isn't responding right now. Try again soon.
Talk to Revolt Motors. So it doesn't reboot. Talk to Revolt Motors.
Welcome to Revolt Motors. How can we assist you today?
Start bike.
Command sent successfully.
So how is it working on a different phone?
So basically we have actually logged in over here with the same account.
Okay.
That is
So parallelly, both the phones are
so parallelly both the phones at
Sorry,
least.
I didn't get that. Can you
So that's
rephrase?
only for your
So basically
purpose,
what you can do is if you have given that, this actually is your Gmail account.
Okay.
So this is linked to your Gmail account and that's how it is linking to that. So this account has two features. One is your OTP that comes on your mobile number. It will always come onto your mobile number.
Okay.
The other is that in case you want to use your Google Assistant or your Google Home to give a command to the bike, you can actually give a command to the bike from your Google Home.
Okay. So if I so in all the devices that I have signed in through Google,
yes.
I'll be able to do this.
Yes.
All right.
So all you need to do is talk to Revolt Motors. Revolt Motors thing will get on.
Okay.
And if the communication is being established with the ECU and the connectivity space is there, which means that you're not in a basement or in a low network area, it will say that okay, I am able to establish. Then it will say that okay, command executed successfully. So basically it goes through your Google Home to your Google Cloud and then it comes to us and then we deliver it to the bike.
Okay.
So that's why there was a 7-second lag that you had seen.
I understand.
Yeah.
So what are the commands that you can give via Google Assistant?
So we are developing this right now with Google itself. So they are saying
right
that
now it's a proof of concept.
no, this is actually running. So we will give it to our users.
Okay.
What we are thinking is that there are a lot of innovations that we can do when we have the command feature on. So I can say that take me to the nearest swap station.
Okay.
So it will actually find your location, it will find the swap station near you, it will find whether the availability is there, and then it will say taking you to the nearest swap station.
Okay.
Internally it will do all those intelligence things.
Okay. So it'll then open up Google Maps and show you the directions and you can go there.
So that's thing that we have implemented. I'm just not showing it because I think we'll show it over there.
All right. Okay. So any other feature that you have in the horizon but you're working on it?
We are working on a lot of things, but probably this is the only thing that I can reveal right now.
Okay. All right. So is there anything else that I should know about?
I think that's all that we have in the app. Yeah, my bike, my trips, my swaps.
All right.
Rider, yes, that's all that we have. So you get the information about the bike location. So this is where's my bike right away on your face.
Okay.
So you'll always get to know the real time location of your bike.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, nice meeting you.